So what is an intervention and how do you do an intervention? First of all, interventions in the real world are not like the television show. The show focuses on the tough love, getting a person to treatment with very little emphasis on why they haven't gone and how things got the way they are. Interventions, unbeknownst to most people, are actually clinical instruments. It is a strategy used by professionals to address a problem or behavior and to meet the goal or a goal of addressing or correcting or improving the problem or behavior. An intervention is not a television show. An intervention is not somebody coming to the house to give a speech. The intervention is not some guy that you know in recovery that's going to come and empower the person to surrender. An intervention is about addressing the family system. That's why when people say, how do you do an intervention? DIY interventions cannot work because you cannot self-therapize the reasons why things are the way that they are. You cannot address the dysfunction in the family that's caused things to go on as long as they have. You cannot change the addict or the alcoholic or the person with a mental disorder blaming you for all of your problems and holding you hostage and causing pain to you because they feel you're the cause of their pain. You can't do that. That's like saying the substance user doesn't need treatment because they could fix themselves. Think about that. You know they need professional help. You know they have to go to treatment. So do you. A family cannot do an intervention by themselves. An intervention is a clinical instrument. It requires mediation, and it requires collaboration, and it requires getting everybody on the same page to address how we got here. It's not about wanting help. It's about why aren't they getting it. When you call our office about how to do an intervention or what is an intervention, you immediately think, who's going to come and talk them in to the rehab? You rarely think, how have we got here? And how do you make them say yes? Or how do you get them to surrender? And we have to look at why they're saying no. It's not the fact that they said no, it's why they're saying it. And they say no for a few reasons. They're not done getting high or drunk, and they're not done causing pain to your family, and they're not done destroying you for what they think you've done to them. And that's the driver of addiction. You cannot do that yourself. It's like a surgical intervention, a medical intervention, a government intervention. You don't do those yourself. It requires professional. You don't represent yourself in a big trial. You need guidance. This is the only fatal illness in the world where people try to repair it in-house. And the people trying to repair it are the cause of it. This is a family problem now. It is not a victimless crime where it's just about the substance user. You all are forever changed. You all grew up in the same family. You've all adopted a dysfunctional thinking pattern and a perception. You didn't ask for it. It's not a label. It's not a diagnosis. It can be corrected. You can be fixed. You can be restored to sanity. But in this moment of watching this, your family is in disrepair and disarray. And in order to put it back together, you have to realize an intervention is a clinical tool executed by professionals, not lay people. You cannot, when people say, yeah, we've done several interventions, and it's like, who did you hire? Well, we did it ourselves. Well, that's why you're still looking for help, because it does not fix the problem. We have to fix the cause. We have to fix the why. We just don't come talking people into treatment. We have to look at why they're not going and how to keep that sustainable. And in order to get there, we have to address everything.